My name is Josephine. I am 32 years old. I live in a big house with my husband. His name is Richard. The house has 10 rooms. The rooms are always clean, but I am always cold. I wake up every morning at 6. I make coffee for Richard. I cook eggs and toast. Richard drinks the coffee. He does not eat the eggs. He leaves for work. I am alone. I clean the kitchen. I clean the living room. I clean the bedroom. Everything is already clean, but I clean again. I look out the window. I see the garden. I see the street. I see nothing important. I cook lunch. Richard does not come home for lunch. I eat alone. I wash the dishes. I sit on the sofa. The house is quiet. The house is big, but it feels like a prison. Today I clean the study. I see an old book on the shelf. I open the book. A dried flower falls out. It is a red rose. It is very old and brown now. I remember this flower. My hands shake. I was 18 years old. I was in high school. I was happy then. I had a boyfriend. He was my only love. Clement was a kind boy. He had brown eyes and dark hair. He smiled all the time. We walked home from school together. We sat in the park. We ate ice cream. We talked about everything. I was happy with him. Clement was poor. His mother was a cleaner. She worked in big houses. She worked very hard. Clement wore old clothes. He did not have money, but he had a good heart. My parents did not like Clement. They wanted me to marry a rich man. They said love does not buy bread. They said I needed a good future. They said Clement had no future. Richard was different. Richard was the son of a banker. He had money. He had a big car. He had expensive clothes. My parents liked Richard. They said I must marry Richard. I did not love Richard, but my parents were very strong. They said I must choose. They said I must be smart. They said I must think about my family. I remember the day I left Clement. It was raining. We met in the park. Clement looked at me with sad eyes. He knew something was wrong. I said I could not see him anymore. I said I was going to marry Richard. Clement did not speak. He just looked at me. The rain fell on his face. I saw tears in his eyes. Or maybe it was just rain. I walked away. I did not look back. My heart was broken. But I walked away. I left him there in the rain. I left the only boy I ever loved. I married Richard 2 months later. The wedding was big and expensive. Everyone smiled. Everyone said I was lucky. But I cried in my white dress. I cried because I thought about Clement. That was 14 years ago. Now I am 32. Now I live in this cold house. Richard has money. Richard has power. But Richard does not have love. Richard never eats my food. Richard never talks to me. Richard looks at me like I am furniture. I am just something in his house, something he owns. I look at the dried flower in my hand. I remember Clement's smile. I remember the ice cream. I remember the walks in the park. I remember being happy. Now I am just cold. I am cold in this big house. I am cold in my marriage. I am cold in my life. I put the flower back in the book. I close the book. I put it back on the shelf. But I cannot forget. The memory stays with me. Richard comes home at 6. He walks into the house. He does not say hello. He goes to his office. He works on his computer. I am invisible. At 7, he comes to the living room. He says we have an event tonight. He says it is a gala. He says I must wear a nice dress. He says I must look beautiful. He says I must smile. I do not want to go. I hate these events. Everyone is rich. Everyone is fake. Everyone talks about money and cars and houses. Nobody talks about love. Nobody talks about happiness. But I cannot say no to Richard. Richard does not like the word no. So I say yes. I go upstairs. I open my closet. I look at my dresses. I choose a blue dress. I put on makeup. I brush my hair. I look in the mirror. I see a woman with sad eyes. I see a woman who is not really alive. Richard comes to the bedroom. He looks at me. He says I look fine. He does not say I look beautiful. He just says fine. We get in the car. Richard drives. I sit quietly. I look out the window. I think about Clement. I always think about Clement. I wonder where he is now. I wonder if he is happy. I wonder if he remembers me. I feel something heavy in my chest. It is dread. It is fear. Something bad is coming. I can feel it. But I do not know what it is yet. We arrive at the hotel. The hotel is very big. It is expensive. There are many lights. There are many people. Richard parks the car. He gets out. He walks to my side. He opens the door for me, but he is not being kind. He grabs my arm. He grabs it too hard. It hurts. He pulls me close. He speaks in my ear. His voice is cold. He says I must smile. He says I must look pretty. He says I must not embarrass him. He says people are watching. I say nothing. I just nod. Richard pulls me toward the entrance. His hand is like iron on my arm. I am not his wife. I am his thing. I am something he brings to show people. We walk into the big hall. The room is full of people. Everyone wears expensive clothes. The men wear black suits. The women wear shiny dresses. Everyone holds glasses of champagne. The music plays softly. People talk and laugh. But the laughs are not real. The smiles are not real. Everyone is acting. Everyone is playing a game. Richard lets go of my arm. He walks away. He goes to talk to other men. Men with money. Men with power. I stand alone. A waiter walks by. He offers me champagne. I take a glass. I do not drink it. I just hold it. My hands need something to do. I look around the room. I see familiar faces. I see the same people from other events, the same fake smiles, the same empty words. I feel sick. I want to go home, but then something happens. The music stops. A man walks to the front. He is the host. He speaks into a microphone. Everyone stops talking. Everyone looks at him. The host smiles. He says he has a surprise. He says there is a special guest tonight. He says this guest just came back from overseas. He says this guest is very successful. He says this guest is very important. My heart beats faster. I do not know why. Something feels strange. The host points to the door. Everyone looks. A man walks in. The lights shine on him. He wears a black suit, a very nice suit. He looks strong. He looks rich. He looks powerful. My breath stops. Everything stops. It is Clement. Clement is here. Clement is in this room. After 14 years. After all this time. He is here. But he is different now. He does not wear old clothes. He wears a beautiful suit. His hair is cut nicely. He looks like a rich man. He looks like a king. But his eyes are the same. Those brown eyes, the eyes I remember, the eyes I loved. People around me start to talk. They whisper his name. They say he is very rich now. They say he owns a big company. They say he lived in other countries. They say he just came back. Clement walks through the crowd. People move to let him pass. Everyone wants to talk to him. Everyone wants to be near him. He is important now. I cannot move. I cannot breathe. I can only watch him. My hands shake. The champagne glass shakes, but I do not care. Clement talks to people. He shakes hands. He smiles. But it is a polite smile, not a real smile, not the smile I remember. Then he turns. He looks across the room. He looks at me. Our eyes meet. Time stops. The room disappears. The people disappear. There is only him. There is only me. 14 years fall away. I am 18 again. I am in the park again. I am holding his hand again. In his eyes, I see everything. I see all the years. I see all the pain. I see all the love that never died, the love that never changed. My eyes fill with tears. I cannot stop them. They fall down my face. I do not care who sees. Clement does not move. He just looks at me. His face changes. I see something soft in his eyes. I see sadness. I see longing. I see love. I forget where I am. I forget about Richard. I forget about everyone. There is only Clement, only the boy I loved, only the man I never stopped loving. Then I feel pain, sharp pain on my arm. Someone is holding my arm very tight, too tight. I turn. It is Richard. He is next to me. His face is red. His eyes are angry. He saw the look. He saw my tears. He saw Clement staring at me. Richard knows. He knows who Clement is. He knows what Clement means to me. He knows I still love Clement. Richard pulls me close. He smiles at people around us, but his smile is fake. His hand on my arm is like a knife. It hurts so much, but I cannot make a sound. He speaks in my ear. His voice is very quiet, very dangerous. He says we are leaving. He says we are leaving now. I look back at Clement. Clement sees Richard holding me. He sees Richard's face. He understands. His face becomes hard. His hands close into fists. He cannot do anything. I cannot do anything. Richard pulls me toward the door. I walk with him, but I look back one more time. Clement is still watching me. Our eyes meet again, just for 1 second. The night is cold, but not as cold as my husband's anger. Richard walks to the car. I follow him. He does not open the door for me. I open it myself. I get in. He starts the car. He drives very fast, too fast. The car moves through the dark streets. I hold the door handle. My hand is white. I am scared. Richard does not speak. His face is red. His hands are tight on the wheel. I can hear his breath, fast and angry. I look out the window. I say nothing. I am afraid to speak. I am afraid to move. The silence is terrible. It is worse than shouting. We arrive home. Richard stops the car hard. He gets out. He walks to the house. I follow him slowly. My legs shake. He opens the door. He goes inside. I go inside too. I close the door. The sound is very loud in the quiet house. Richard turns to me. His face is terrible. His eyes are full of hate. He starts to shout. He says, I looked at that man. He says, everyone saw. He says, I embarrassed him. He says, I made him look like a fool. I try to speak. I say I did nothing wrong. I say I just saw an old friend, but Richard does not listen. He shouts louder. He says I am a liar. He says I am cheap. He says I am a bad woman. He calls me terrible names, names I cannot repeat. I start to cry. Tears fall down my face. I say I am sorry. I say it again and again. But sorry is not enough. Richard moves very fast. His hand comes up. Then I feel it. Pain on my face. He hit me. Richard hit me. I fall. My hand goes to my cheek. It burns. It hurts so much. I look up at Richard. I cannot believe it. My husband hit me. But he is not finished. He grabs my arm. He pulls me up. Then he pushes me hard. I fly back. My back hits the wall. The pain is terrible. I fall to the floor. The floor is cold, very cold. My cheek burns. My back hurts. But my heart is colder than everything. Richard stands over me. He is breathing hard. He looks at me like I am dirt, like I am nothing. Then he leaves. He walks to his office. He closes the door. I hear the lock. I sit on the cold floor. I do not move. I cannot move. But my soul hurts more. I remember Clement's eyes, the way he looked at me, with love, with care. Richard never looked at me that way. I stay on the floor for a long time. Then I get up slowly. I walk to the bathroom. I look in the mirror. My face is red where he hit me. A bruise starts to grow. I wash my face. The water is cold. It helps a little, but not much. The next morning, Richard comes to me. He does not say sorry. He says I must give him my phone. He says I cannot be trusted. He says I cannot leave the house. He says I can only go out if he says so. He takes my phone. He puts it in his pocket. Then he leaves for work. I am alone. More alone than before. No phone. No way to call anyone. No way to leave. Days pass, then weeks. I do not go outside. I stay in the house. I cook. I clean. That is all. Richard comes home every night. Sometimes he is quiet. Sometimes he is angry. I never know which Richard will come home. When he is angry, he says terrible things. Sometimes he pushes me. Sometimes he grabs my arms too hard. I get more bruises. I wear long sleeves now, always. Even when it is hot, I cover the bruises. I do not want anyone to see. But nobody comes to the house anyway. Nobody sees me. I look at myself in the mirror. I do not know this woman. She is thin. She is pale. She looks sick. She looks dead inside. I am a prisoner. This house is my prison. Richard is my guard. At night I lie in bed. Richard sleeps in another room now. I am alone in the dark. I close my eyes. I think about Clement. I see his face. I see his eyes. I remember the gala, the way he looked at me. The love in his eyes. The same love from 14 years ago. I cry into my pillow. I cry every night. I think about the choice I made, the terrible choice. I chose money. I chose safety. I chose the wrong man. Now I live in hell, a beautiful house, but it is hell. I dream about Clement every night. In my dreams, we are young again. We are happy again. We walk in the park. We eat ice cream. We laugh. Then I wake up. The dream ends. The hell begins again. I am trapped. I cannot escape. This is my life now. This is what I chose. 14 years ago I chose this, and now I pay the price every single day. One morning something changes. The housekeeper calls. She is sick. She cannot come today. Richard needs dinner. He wants a special dish. He says I must go to the market. He says I must buy the food. I am scared. I did not go out for many weeks, but I must obey Richard, so I say yes. I get dressed. I wear a long dress, long sleeves. I wear a scarf around my neck. The scarf hides the bruises, the new bruises. I look in the mirror. I look terrible. My face is white. My eyes are dark. I look sick. I look old. I walk slowly. My leg hurts. Richard pushed me down the stairs 2 days ago. Now I walk with a limp. Every step hurts. I take my bag. Richard gives me money. He says I must come back fast. He says I must not talk to anyone. He says he will know if I do. I leave the house. The sun is bright, too bright. My eyes hurt. I was inside for so long. I forgot how the sun feels. I walk to the market. It is not far, but it feels very far. My body is weak. I stop many times to rest. I arrive at the market. There are many people, many sounds, many smells. It is too much. I feel afraid. I go to the vegetable stand. I buy carrots and potatoes. I go to the meat stand. I buy chicken. My hands shake. The bag gets heavy. Then I go to the fruit stand. I need apples. Richard wants apples for dessert. I reach for the apples, but my hand is weak. The bag is too heavy. The bag falls. Everything falls out. Apples roll on the ground. Carrots and potatoes fall everywhere. I try to pick them up, but my hands shake. I cannot do it. People walk past me. Nobody helps. I feel so small, so broken. Then someone bends down. A man. He picks up the apples. He picks up the vegetables. He puts them in my bag. I look up. I see his face. I see his eyes, brown eyes. Eyes, I know. It is Clement. My heart stops. Clement is here, in this market, right in front of me. His eyes get big. He looks shocked. He looks scared. He says my name, Josephine. He says it so softly. I cannot speak. I can only look at him. He stands up. He helps me stand up. He gives me my bag, but he does not let go of my arm. He looks at me closely. He sees my face, my thin face, my pale skin. He sees the scarf. His eyes go to my neck. He sees the bruise. His face becomes terrible. He says what happened. He asks again, what happened to me? I start to cry. I cannot help it. The tears just come. I shake my head. I cannot tell him. I cannot say the words. He looks around. He sees people watching. He says we must go somewhere quiet. He says we must talk. He takes my arm gently, very gently, not like Richard. He walks with me to a small bench. The bench is behind a building. Nobody can see us here. We sit down. Clement still holds my bag. He puts it next to me. Then he looks at me again, really looks at me. He says I look sick. He asks if I am okay. He asks if someone hurt me. I cry harder. I put my face in my hands. I cannot stop crying. All the pain comes out, all the fear, all the sadness. Clement moves closer. He puts his hand on my back, very soft, very kind. He does not speak. He just waits. Finally, I stop crying. I look at him. I say, I am sorry. I say, I am so sorry. He shakes his head. He says, no. He says, I must not be sorry. Then he speaks. His voice is sad. He says if he was not poor back then, if he was brave, if he asked me to stay with him, if he had money 14 years ago, where would we be now? The words break my heart. I cry again. I say we would be happy. We would be free. We would be together. He holds my hand. His hand is warm. Richard's hands are always cold, but Clement's hand is warm. He says I must leave Richard. He says he knows Richard hurts me. He says he can see it. He says I must come with him. He says he can protect me now. He says he has money now. He says he can keep me safe. I want to say yes. I want to run away with him. I want to be free. But I am too scared. I pull my hand away. I say I cannot. I say Richard will kill him. I say Richard will kill us both. I say Richard is a dangerous man. Clement says he is not afraid. He says we can go far away. He says Richard cannot find us, but I shake my head. I know Richard. Richard has power. Richard has people. Richard will find us. And he will hurt us. I stand up. My legs shake. I say I must go. I say Richard is waiting. I say if I am late, he will be angry. Clement stands too. He looks so sad. He says, please. He says I must not go back. He says Richard will kill me one day. I know he is right, but I am too afraid. I am too weak. I lived in fear for too long. I cannot be brave now. I take my bag. I say goodbye. I say thank you. I say I am sorry. I say sorry for everything. Sorry for 14 years ago. Sorry for now. Sorry for everything. Clement's eyes fill with tears. He says my name one more time, Josephine, just my name. But in that name I hear everything. I hear all his love, all his pain. I turn away. I start to walk. Every step hurts. My body hurts. My heart hurts. But I walk away from him. Just like I did 14 years ago. I walk away from the only man I ever loved. I walk away from Clement. My eyes are full of tears. I cannot see well, but I walk fast. I must get home. I must get back to Richard. Then I see something. A black car. It is at the end of the street. It looks like Richard's car. My heart stops. Is Richard here? Is he watching me? I turn back to Clement. He is still there. He is watching me. If Richard sees us together, he will kill us. I know this. I am sure. I say goodbye to Clement. I say it loud. I say please be happy. I say he must forget me. I say he must live a good life. Clement starts to walk toward me. He says no. He says wait. He says please. But I cannot wait. I must run. I must go. If Richard saw us, I am dead. Clement is dead. We are both dead. I turn. I run to the street. A busy street. Many cars. I need to cross. My bus stop is on the other side. I must get there fast. I run into the street. Cars are coming. But I do not care. I must get away. I must get home. I hear Clement shout my name. I look back. Just one more time. One last time. I want to see his face. I want to remember his eyes. He is running toward me. His hand reaches out. He shouts my name again, Josephine. Then I hear it, a loud horn, very loud, very close. I turn my head. I see a truck, a big truck. It is coming fast, too fast. I try to move, but my body is slow. My weak body, I cannot move fast enough. The horn blows again. The tires make a terrible sound. The sound is so loud. It hurts my ears. Then the truck hits me. The pain is everywhere. I fly through the air. My bag flies with me. The apples fall out. They fly everywhere. Red apples in the air. I hit the ground. Hard. The world spins. Everything is loud. Then everything is quiet. Too quiet. I cannot move. I cannot feel my legs. I cannot feel my arms. There is pain. So much pain, but it feels far away, like it is happening to someone else. I hear people scream. I hear people run. I hear sirens far away, but the sounds are soft, like they are underwater. Then I see a face I know, brown eyes, eyes full of tears, Clement. He is here. He is holding me. His arms are around me. He is saying my name, over and over. Josephine, Josephine, please, please. People are all around us. They are talking. They are calling for help, but I only see Clement, only him. I try to smile. It hurts, but I smile because he is here. The man I love is here. I am not alone. I lift my hand. It is so heavy, but I lift it. I touch his face, his beautiful face, the face I loved for 14 years. I say, I am sorry. My voice is very soft, very weak. I am sorry, Clement. I am so sorry. He shakes his head. Tears fall on my face. His tears. He says no. He says I must not be sorry. He says please stay. He says please do not leave him. He says he loves me. He always loved me. I want to cry, but I have no tears left. I just look at him. I want to remember this moment. His face, his eyes, his love. I speak again. The words are hard. Each word hurts, but I must say them. I must tell him the truth. I say, I loved him. I loved him my whole life, but I loved him too late to save us, too late to be happy, too late for everything. Clement cries harder. He says no. He says it is not too late. He says please, please stay. Please do not go. But I am so tired, so very tired. The pain is gone now. Everything is soft. Everything is quiet. I look at Clement's face one more time. I want this to be my last sight. Not Richard's house, not the cold rooms, just Clement's face, just his love. I cannot hold it up anymore. Everything goes dark, but it is not a scary dark. It is a soft dark, a warm dark. I hear Clement's voice, far away now, very far. He is calling my name, but I cannot answer. I am gone. I die in the street, in the arms of the only man I ever loved. Finally, I am free. The funeral is 3 days later. Many people come. They wear black, they look sad, but most do not really care. Richard stands at the front. He wears a black suit. He looks at the coffin. People think he is sad, but he is not sad. He thinks about his image. He does not think about Josephine. Far away, under a tree, Clement stands. He wears black too, but he does not go close. He is not part of her life. He was never part of it, not even now. He watches from far away. He watches them put the coffin in the ground. He wants to scream. He wants to run to her, but he cannot. The funeral ends. People leave. Richard leaves. Everyone leaves. Only Clement stays. When everyone is gone, he walks to her grave. He looks at the stone. Her name is on it, Josephine. He puts flowers on the grave, red roses, her favorite, the flowers he gave her 14 years ago. He talks to her. He says he is sorry. He says he should have fought harder. He says he should have been braver, but sorry does not bring her back. Clement is rich now. He has money. He has a big house. He has everything. But he has nothing, because he does not have her. He thinks about the past. When he was poor, she loved him, but he could not keep her. He had no money. He had no power. Now he has money. Now he has power, but she is gone. The money came too late. He sits on the grass. He puts his hand on her grave. He closes his eyes. He remembers her smile, her laugh, her eyes. He remembers her last words. I loved you, but I loved you too late. She was right. They loved each other always. But love was not enough. Love came at the wrong time. Josephine chose money and safety. She chose Richard. She left love behind, but the money did not make her happy. The big house was a prison. Her choice killed her. Clement let her go. He did not fight. He was too young, too poor. He walked away. He got rich, but he never forgot her. They met again at the gala, but their second chance was just a way to say goodbye. He has all the money in the world now. But money cannot buy time. Money cannot bring her back. She was right. They loved too late. Clement stands up. He looks at the grave one last time. He says goodbye. He says he will always love her. Then he walks away. He leaves the red roses on her grave. He is rich, but he is alone. He has everything, but he has nothing. Maybe Josephine is free now, free from the cold house, free from Richard, free from pain. Maybe she is young again. Maybe she is in the park. Maybe she is happy, but not in this world. In this world, love came too late. Did this story make you feel something? Did it touch your heart? If you liked this story, please press the like button. It helps us very much. Do you have friends who love stories? Please share this video with them. We make stories in easy English every week. Stories about love, life, and hope. Stories you can understand. Subscribe to Kavico English Storytime. Turn on the bell. You will not miss our next story. Leave a comment below. Tell us how you feel. Tell us what story you want next. We read every comment. Thank you for being here. See you in the next story.